Yo, what's poppin', people? Your boy Snacks is back in the building with another banger. And you know how we do. Before we get started, go ahead and do your boy a solid. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. You know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. These buttons. Yeah, right there. And don't forget, turn your post notification bell on. That right there, that little bell right there. Click it. So you'll know when your boy is going live or dropping this heat. Now, I'm so sick of ESPN, Stephen A. Smith, Paul Finebaum, those two in particular. Because every time I turn around, here they come with some more Deion is leaving Colorado. We all know Deion's not leaving Colorado. They know Deion's not leaving Colorado. Deion has said as recently as yesterday on Pac-Man Jones's podcast that he's staying in Colorado. He wants to finish in Colorado. He wants to plant his flag in Colorado. He want to put his whole face on the Flatiron. But yet and still, we are not satisfied. They want more. They call Deion a liar. Now, history tells us at this point in time, if Deion was leaving Colorado, he would say, hey, I'm leaving Colorado, but we gonna finish this bowl game. Deion knows what it takes to start a college football season late. How to restart and regroup. So you said Deion would leave Colorado after February, since that's when the NFL season is over with, and you lead into that. Deion would leave Colorado in February, go to the NFL, and leave all those kids stranded. Or Deion would leave Colorado and go to another college team and take that whole roster with him, leaving Colorado high and dry. Y'all don't know Deion. That's not how he operates. So, with that being said, we're going to get into, I want y'all to understand what they say. Because that's them talking about it. There they go on your screen. Hear it for yourself.
I defer to y'all. I've watched a few games this year. I'm going to agree with Paul on this one, with Ohio State. But I'm going to take it a step further, doggy. I watched that game against Michigan. I watched them lose 13-10. You cannot be Ryan Day, who's lost 3 straight to Michigan with Jim Harbaugh, come back against Sharon Moore, lose to Michigan, and then the first advanced 12-team playoff format, you end up losing in the first round and keep your job. I know it sounds crazy because the brother's like 66-10 against everybody else. You know, the guy's record is his record. But when you lose to,
see, they want Ryan Day fired. Why? Ohio State is not firing Ryan Day. They fire Ryan Day, who they gonna get? What are you stuck with? You gonna go hire Lincoln Riley? Why would you do that? That's stupid. He can't even get his own crap. He had enough trouble over there at USC. Who else are you gonna get that can give you a 10-2 record every season and put you in the playoffs? There's not many coaches out there that can do that. But let's go
to Michigan, and you ain't in the national championship picture. In the age of NIL, when you had $20 million on your roster. Oh, doggy, I think they can get rid of him. Now, I'm not saying this. Please, Paul, don't get me wrong. I'm just using this as a hypothetical example or whatever.
No.
But somebody that you believe can recruit like a primetime Deion Sanders. I'm not saying him literally. I'm saying I don't put it past Ohio State to go and look for somebody like that. because we want to make sure of two things. We want to beat Michigan, and we want to be in a national championship picture. We don't want to be.
Now, why you have to throw Deion in the pot every time? Stop adding him into these situations, because he's giving you your answer. No, I'm here at Colorado is where I want to be. Stop adding him to all. See, but Stephen A need these ratings. Stephen A is supposed to be the man at ESPN. I don't think Stephen A is highly regarded as he think he is. Pat McAfee taking a lot of that shine. See, Stephen A working on that new contract, got that money on the line. And using Coach Prime name is sure to get those numbers up. You know what I'm saying? You see this video that was up 5 hours ago at 56,000 views. The rest of them ain't like that.
Backing in. We don't want to be looking up. Oregon now is the number 1 seed. They've come in and they've taken over. They're Dan Hanning and these boys doing what they do. They don't want to be deferring to anybody. It's supposed to be about them or Michigan.
Yeah.
Ryan Day has messed that up. And if you don't win and you get bounced out in the first round, I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not advocating for it because overall his record is impressive enough to keep him. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if Ohio State said, yo, man, we need to move in a different direction. I think he's the one under the most pressure.
Do you guys want to comment on that? Because there's another angle I want to go with Deion.
No, go Deion. Go ahead. No angle. I understand his point.
Yeah.
I don't think they're firing him anyway, but I understand.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Stephen A., I'm glad you brought up Deion because he had some interesting news on his future. Take a listen to this.
I love where I am. I'm elated where I am. I'm happy where I am. I can't wait to see what the future beholds with where I am. And I love Boulder, Colorado. So I have every intention, every plan in the world to be coaching for the Colorado Buffs from here on. I want to finish here. I want to put the flag. I want my names on the mountains out there. I want to put my flag down in Colorado.
Now there's your answer to all the crap that you wanted. There's your answer right there. Now, watch where this stupid show goes from this point. The man just told you what he wanted to do. Without a shadow of a doubt, he just told you what he wanted to do. But you got to know who you're dealing with. So, let's go.
Paul, I'm a big fan of Deion, know him personally, but I'm not buying it. Are you?
Well, I mean, I think he has to say that right now, Molly. I mean, we are in the middle of the portal, so you can't say I'm thinking about the Cowboys job or the Raiders job.
No, he don't have to say that. When he left Jackson State, he didn't say that. He told them players that he was leaving, but he was going to finish his bowl season. And then he was going to his new team. Deion don't operate in that manner. See, with this little backwards fade having ass dude right here, he want to try to keep painting that narrative because they don't like Deion in Colorado. They want Deion in the SEC or the Big Ten, where ESPN has most of the control. See, in the Big 12, ESPN got a small portion of the Big 12. They don't have, ESPN has total control over the SEC. They have 85% of control of the Big 10. The Big 12, that's mostly Fox. See, they don't run nothing over there. So they can't get all the Deion airtime. That's why Colorado is mostly on Fox. See, with Deion in the Big 12, they know Deion upsets the narrative. They know Deion is going to run the Big 12. they also know that with Deion in Colorado, in the Big 12, will also make Big 12 teams stronger. Because the stronger Deion recruits, the stronger the other Big 12 teams can recruit against Deion. See, as Uncle Neely said, a rising tide lifts all boats, which is absolutely true. See, because the better Colorado gets, the better the Big 12 gets. Just the way the SEC got stronger, the better their teams got. The Big Ten is still trying to get there. See, the Big Ten is too top heavy. They only had 2 strong teams in the Big Ten, which was Ohio State and Michigan. Now you can kind of throw Oregon in the bunch. Oregon hasn't gotten there yet. Oregon team is still light, and they're going to get beat to sleep in the first game they play in the playoffs. But right now, SEC got about 6 teams that are dominant. Big Ten only has about 2. Added Oregon in the mix this year makes it about 3 or 4 strong. That's why they was trying to throw Indiana out of the playoffs. They didn't like the fact that Indiana was doing what they was doing. But if you compare the resumes with Indiana and Oregon, neither one of them played nobody. Oregon just didn't lose. And Indiana only lost to Ohio State. See, but I wondered that narrative would have been the same if Oregon would have lost 1 game. See, Oregon beat up on the states of Purdue, Wyoming, Idaho, Boise State, Nebraska, Wisconsin. Not tough teams. Oregon didn't have a tough schedule. So if they can get prime in the SEC or the Big Ten, it's only better for them. And Stephen A is with all the shits, all of them. Well, let's go.
So I don't know him like you do, but I want to believe him, but I also know that if one of these NFL owners come along or like Stephen A alluded, one of these blue chip college programs, I don't know how he could turn it down. He's losing the 2 players that have ignited this program. And while there are other players coming into the portal, he's getting some big ones. Are there enough? Does he go through the same thing every year? I still believe that somebody will come after him, and I think he'll take it when it's offered.
Let me say, Paul, if you don't know, teams have been coming after Deion for a while. College teams, NFL teams, you don't think they've reached out and touched those waters and tried to see where Deion's head is at? You're crazy. You've been in this game long enough. You know how this works. Leave Deion in Colorado just because y'all don't like Colorado. And y'all have no control in the Big 12. You want him in your market area. You want him in your market space where you can cover him and do the things you do. Don't keep trying to set that man up for failure. He done told you he don't want those programs. He's building something where he's at. He don't want to go to nothing that's already built. Why is it so hard to understand? But I digress. Let's go.
And let me say this to you. Let me go a step further. I understand that $37 million is a lot of money when it comes to Ryan Day. If you could get your hands on Deion Sanders to bring him to the Ohio State, you pay the $37 million. They'll pay the driver $37 million to ride him out of town. I just had somebody text me and say that, okay? That's how much money they got in Columbus. That ain't a lot of money to overcome. You can come up with the money to do that. And so I definitely think that when it comes to Deion Sanders, to answer the question directly, as somebody that knows him personally, have mad love for him, and I understand where he's coming from. He's incredibly appreciative. Colorado has given him to come from an HBCU You give him an opportunity to do what he's doing, doggy. He's appreciative of that, and he wants to see the job finished, meaning he wants to get them to a playoff. He wants to depart successfully. But I don't believe him when he says he wants to stay forever. I think when an SEC team comes calling, I think when a Big Ten team comes calling, one of those blue chip programs, as Paul alluded to.
What I told you. What I told you. What did I just freaking say? That's what they want. They want him over. Oh, shit. They want him over there because that's their market space. That's where their money's at. Do you think I'm just going to handle this for Stephen A. Smith? Name me a SEC team that's going to give Deion Sanders what Colorado is giving Deion Sanders. Y'all don't know the half of what Deion gets from Colorado. I'm not there. I'm not in it, but I see it. I know what type of control he has. I know what kind of money. That's why he ain't fussing about his contract, because he probably making more money than Kirby. But y'all don't see it. Y'all see the raw stuff. Y'all see just what they put on the screen for you to see. That ain't it. It's so much more in the background that y'all don't understand. But y'all would rather have him at one of those traditional schools where, just like now, they ready to run Ryan Day out of town for winning 10 games every year, but not winning the national title. Ohio State would be stupid to fire Ryan Day. Just like Penn State would be stupid to fire James Franklin. You see Notre Dame just upgraded their coach's money, gave him an extension, because they know ain't nobody out there. But see, everybody want the prime effect now. Everybody. UNC hired Belichick for that purpose, because they know football makes more money than basketball, and if we don't make money in basketball, we can't eventually move into the SEC or the Big Ten, because that's where North Carolina is headed. Yes, SEC is a good basketball conference now, so they can go over there. But to keep trying to put prime in these different areas, in these different teams in NFL and SEC and Big Ten, stop it. Stop it. You want to see him fail, so somebody, that's what you want to say. Say that. I hope he lose and fail so somebody else can get it. Not going to happen. Prime is going to run the Big 12, and y'all just going to be mad. But let's go.
I find that impossible for a guy like primetime Deion Sanders to turn down, because then it ain't about the money. It ain't about the locale. It ain't about the program. It's going to come down to his ability to recruit, and I know he believes in himself. And
Stephen A., you sound like a dumbass. It's always about the location. If Prime wanted more money, he could have had more money already. See, that's what y'all don't understand about Deion. His money coming. And he gonna get the whole boat thrown at him. At Colorado. He don't have to leave to do what y'all think he has to leave to do. To win. To be great. Yeah, Shador and Travis finna go. But it don't matter. Colorado is a destination school now, because he's proven he can do it. You take a 1-11 team to 9-3 in 2 years. Got a Heisman Trophy winner, 2 All-Americans, a Ben Eric, and all those other trophies that Travis won. He has those achievements already. He has better than most coaches. Kirby ain't got no Heisman winner. Dan Lanning ain't got no Heisman. Ryan Day ain't got no Heisman. Franklin ain't got no Heisman. Deion Sanders in 4 years' resume is better than all of those coaches right now. Deion gonna have 2 top 5 picks in the draft. His resume is better than 85% of the coaches in college football, and he ain't been that long. And you telling me he need to leave? For what? When everybody can come to me. That's the point of the NIL and the transfer portal. Everybody don't have to go to Blue Bloods and get sent down to Division II or freaking JUCO to sit out for 2 years, gray shirted, so we can come back and hide the talent. And then when we need you, tell you to come on. It ain't like that no more. It's a new day, new game. And Brian playing it with a smile the way he want to do it, and y'all mad. Let's go.
He could go and get anybody if you put him on an even playing field, or dare I say, at an advantage. He will milk that to the nth degree and get it done. I don't believe for 1 second that he's going to be forever at Colorado.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. I don't know if the NFL will run after him. And one thing about Ohio State, what are they going to do if he makes a great run here in this tournament? And they beat Tennessee, Paul, and they go out there and beat Oregon. And, let's say they go lose in the semifinals, but they win 2 playoff games. They can fire him? I mean, how in the world could you fire him? He loses to Georgia, 38-35 on January 20th. I mean, how in the world could you fire him if he makes a good postseason run?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they can survive if he loses the game, but how about if they win a couple games? What's your take then? What are they going to do? They're going to be in between. What are they going to do?
It's the most.
See, that's what I'm talking about, dog. It's all this wrapped up into one. See, they want Deion to succeed, but they don't want him to succeed in Colorado. We want you to go to the SEC, to the Big Ten to succeed. You can't succeed at Colorado because we only get a small piece of it. We only get to make segments about you. We don't get to have you up at ESPN and do the car wash and all that crap. Get you to do ESPN commercials. See, because if you want them to do it, Brian gonna say, I gotta bring my players. My boys gotta get some of this shot. Unlike most coaches. See, y'all wonder why people like Josh Payton ain't been to Colorado. Because they don't fuck with Deion like that. And they might have tried to get access, but Deion don't give access like that. Deion got his own media team. So we don't need you. We create our own. We got enough right here with Bucky, Uncle Neely, and Darius, and the CU team. And then all those other YouTubers. And then I'll just do something and put it out there in the ether and let everybody else advertise for me. Talk about me. Talk about my team. Talk about how great we are and how much y'all hating me. That's how he does it. Y'all don't see it because y'all don't understand it. His recruiting process is off the chain. He got one of the best recruiting staffs in the country. Y'all don't see it because they all like this. You don't see it, but he's great at what he does. He's a good coach. He's a good judge of talent, good judge of character, good judge of people. And then when he go off on a tangent, when he throw rocks into the Twitter sphere and hit a few people, it's on purpose. But y'all don't understand it. See, at Colorado, it's this thing that Prime can do. It's called whatever Prime can do. See, at Ohio State, at Alabama, at Georgia, at Michigan, see, you need permission to do some of these things. Colorado, you don't need permission. Because when he showed up, he came in with a plan. And the plan is being executed as it was written. See, but y'all think he just flying by the seat of his pants. He ain't doing, I think he guessing. Prime understands college football way more than most coaches. He can see it. He knows what's next. That's why he's ahead of the game. That's why winning will not be a problem. That's why controlling and running the Big 12 won't be a problem. It's easy for him. You said he couldn't do it. You said what he was doing was stupid. Why would you do that? Why would you let go of all those players? Why would you have Travis Hunter playing both ways? Like I said, Prime's coaching resume is better than most coaches in college football. Only thing he's missing is a Big 12 championship and a national championship. And that's next, real soon. Y'all call Lincoln Riley a coaching guru. Y'all say Lincoln Riley has 3 Heisman winners. I say Lincoln Riley has 1. And he just got drafted in the first round this year. Because that is truly the only Heisman winner that Lincoln Riley plucked from high school, kept with him 4 years, transferred to USC with it, and won a Heisman Trophy. Just like Travis Hunter just did. Those other 2 Heisman Trophy winners, Kyler Murray, that quarterback down in Tampa Bay, Baker Mayfield, those are transfers. Those are not Lincoln Riley's quarterbacks. They were already that good when they got there. Tell me I'm lying. You can't, because Lincoln Riley is a good offensive coordinator. He's not a good head coach. He has a good system. And if you play within that system, you will win. Lincoln Riley is not a good head coach. I said that when he was at Oklahoma. I said it when he went to USC. Those programs are going backwards with him at the helm. Offensive coordinator is his level. That's it. Coach Prime, on the other hand, he can do that. Want to know why? Because he played both sides of the ball. See, most coaches, head coaches, are either an offensive guy or a defensive guy. Coach Prime is both. He's played both sides of the ball. He understands football better than most. Y'all think he's stupid. He's not. See, I'm not going to even continue with this ESPN video because at this point it's worthless because they just keep regurgitating the same old crap, doing the same thing, which is insane. So, I hope y'all done hit the like button by now because I can go off on this rant for a little bit longer, but I ain't going to do it. We almost 30 minutes in, and I'm going to let y'all go. But before you go, you better make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We supposed to be at 20,000 right now. I don't know why we ain't there because this content be banging. Y'all need to go back and watch some of it. All that Jason Whitlock stuff, all that Coach JD stuff, all this intel I'm giving you on Colorado while it's happening. And I'm not an insider. I'm just a guy who understands it all. I'm a builder of things like Coach Prime. That's how I can be on the same wavelength as he is. That's how I can see it and tell you what's happening while it's happening and get there before everybody else. Everybody else got to wait for it. I'm telling you what's happening because I see it. You got to be a purveyor of thoughts. You got to have that foresight, that vision, the understanding of what's next. That's what makes Prime better than most coaches, because most coaches have to figure out what can they do today to be great, or today to be a great day, and to be great in this moment. Prime is thinking about what he got to do in 2 months from now to be great. 3 months from now, where we gonna be at next year? All while being present in the moment. That's being great. But anyway, man, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm tired of reading about these ESPN haters. Paul Finebaum, Stephen A. Smith. They want Prime to fail because they want him in the SEC or the Big Ten, in a market that they control, that they can talk about, that they can put up all the product they want to put up. They just want to eat, and that's what it's all about. It ain't about Prime being successful. It's about them eating. See, because Finebaum mainly is an SEC guy. He's an Alabama guy, directly from Alabama. Graduated from Tennessee, but from Birmingham, Alabama. That's where he made his career at. But and Stephen A. just want to be the man. And he got to figure out a way to keep McAfee from taking a lot of that light, because he eating it up right now. So I'm out, man. I ain't finna keep doing y'all like this. I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all have a good day. Don't forget to tell the people you love that you love them. I'm out of here. Coach Prime.
God bless you all, man. Be safe.